I want to talk about how technology played a key role in my care journey with my mother. My mother was paralyzed. She was wheelchair bound. She had caregivers that came into the house 4 hours in the morning, a few hours at night, but she was very independent and she didn't always want somebody there. As a matter of fact, she insisted on it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure many of the people you care for say, I don't need care, right? I want you. They only want you, right? And so my mother had had a life alert pendant for many years, and she decided one day, I'm just not going to wear it anymore. Well, finally, I convinced her, Mom, you really need to have one of these. And so we got one from ADT, and I put it on her, and it was a Wednesday. And what happened was I went on a business trip, and I live in Vancouver, Washington, and I was in Austin, Texas. And I got this call from my mother, my worst nightmare call. It happened to be at a time that her caregivers had left, and it was that couple hours in between shifts. I heard my mother on the phone. She was choking and trying to say help, and then she hung up. Well, I'm in Austin, Texas, and I cannot call 911. And I don't have time to dial a million different numbers or send out a million texts, because what I learned in my mother's case, because choking was something that happened often and something that we had experienced before, is I have a good, maybe if I'm lucky, 6 minutes to solve this problem, right? And so what I was able to do was, we also had security cameras in the house through Xfinity. And I was able to, because she hung up the phone and she wouldn't answer the phone again because she was choking, right? I was able to log into the cameras, and because they were two-way cameras, say, Mom, push your alert button, push your bracelet, push the button on your bracelet. And so she was able to push the button on the bracelet that she had from ADT. I had programmed everything with ADT in advance on how paramedics could get in, on what some of her medical issues were. And when the paramedics got there and were able to get in, I was able to communicate with them through the two-way camera and let them know what some of her baseline is, what is going to happen, and how we should proceed. And so for me, having the security cameras in the house that had the two-way intercom system, and also the medical alert bracelet through ADT, and also we also had a Ring doorbell. Right? So all of these things played a key role in being able to be the best caregiver I could possibly for my mother, whether I was in town or whether I was in another state.